Hey yo, I am back again, and this time I am extremely excited to review this album. I say that about a lot of albums, but this one in particular I have been waiting forever for. This is the new album from the band Lower Than Atlantis, and it is entitled Safe and Sound. So back in the day, can't even say back in the day, it was only about 10, 12, somewhere around there, about a year ago, I guess I'll say, to be safe, I heard the song Here We Go from Lower Than Atlantis, and dag nabbit, I loved it. The riff was absolutely amazing, and it was just stuck in my head for days. I listened to the rest of the album, and I was like, yeah, this is okay. They're not exactly early in their career. They've been around for quite a few years, but this was their first, big name album, where people started to recognize who they were. And in fact, Here We Go is the song that has given them the most popularity as of now. But I loved Here We Go. The rest of the album is, I liked it. I did like it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't think it was anything special, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then they came along with, it was, 4 singles, for this next album before its release. And they released Work For It, Dumb, Had Enough, and Boomerang. And wow, I love every single one of them. Work For It's got a heavy riff at the beginning that makes you want to bang your head. And then the entire song, the chorus is something that I cannot not sing along to it. It just, every single time it kicks in, I have to at least mouth the words enthusiastically, because it's just an extremely catchy chorus. Like I said, the riffs are amazing in that one. Then they released Dumb, which has another chorus that's just... the words are just, don't make me feel dumb, and then boom, it's just this instrumental, it's a powerful thing. The vocals on that song in particular are absolutely phenomenal. There's a 360 video for that song. I love that one. They released Had Enough, another song with a good riff and another catchy chorus. Boomerang, a little less on the rock side, a little more on the alternative side, the popish side. But yeah, so coming here on out, I'm just gonna kind of look into the rest of the tracks on the album, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I think of them. Don't have to play dumb. Don't have to play dumb. Yeah, so you just heard that little snippet from the album, and I'm telling you, this entire album is a lot like that. One thing I wanted to say is I did kind of mess up the lyrics before for dumb. I just don't have to play dumb. I said something about feeling dumb. Yeah, it's not that. I kind of want to kick myself right now because the amount of times I've listened to this song in the past couple months. But anyways, I just have to say this album is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's only 10 songs. They released, like I said, 4 before the record. But they come out swinging. They start off with Had Enough and then Dumb. I've talked about those two. Phenomenal songs. Catchy songs. Great riffs. Great vocals. Everything great. And then they have the song Long Time Coming. Long Time Coming is another catchy song. It's got a very great chorus. The riff is pretty good in that one too. It just follows up perfectly after Dumb. It's the 3rd track on the album. 4th track Boomerang, 5th track Work For It. I've talked about those two. The 6th track was absolutely great. I really liked this one. It has a very almost like a progressive riff to it, and I like that. I really like where they went into this one. I thoroughly enjoy this song. Other than the singles, in fact, actually, I'd say this is my, either 3rd or 4th favorite song on the album. It's a great track. I think only Dumb and Work For It beat it on this album. So you guys should definitely check this one out. Like I said, it's the 6th track on the album. The 7th and 8th tracks are good ones. They're not standout tracks by any means. They're entitled I Would and Money. Money is definitely a good lyrical one. It's entitled Money, so with the music industry, it's going to be about how money isn't a necessity, how money kind of drives people to do things, how it's kind of a controlling factor in today's society. So yeah, those are two good songs. They're not great, but they're good. Then after that is a beautiful song called "I Don't Want to Be Here Anymore." This is the more or less like acoustic song. It's a soft ballad, and Lower Than Atlantis really kills it on this one. They do. The vocalist does a phenomenal job. You can hear the emotion in his voice as he sings each of these notes. They have an orchestral. They add some orchestral elements to this song that complete the song, and in the end, like a lot of acoustic songs, it builds up to this powerful chorus with the orchestrals, the guitars, everything. It's just a phenomenal song. The lyrics to this one are pretty powerful too. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's a great song overall. I wish it would have been the closer on this album, but they decided to do something else, which I'm okay with. They did a song called "A Night to Forget" as the closer, and that's another one that's just pretty catchy. I just thoroughly enjoyed this entire record. I was really looking forward to it, and I had really high expectations. And Lower Than Atlantis definitely came out and they hit those expectations right on the nose. I wasn't disappointed by any song on this album. Not a single one. They show the diversity in the band, going from more pop electronic driven tracks like Boomerang to Work For It, where the riff is almost like an alternative metal type thing. I really love what this band did with this record. Any band that can go from me liking about one song on an entire record to me loving an entire record I give props to them. I give props to them because they're doing something right. I have to give major props to Lower Than Atlantis in general, because I think that if enough people go out and listen to this record, they will gain a much larger fan base than they already have, because this is an absolute killer, guys. An absolute killer. I'm gonna start rating albums on like a scale of 1 to 10, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how much I like this album. I think instrumentally, it's definitely, I would go around a 7. It's not real complex, but there's definitely some parts in this album where the instrumentals absolutely shine and it absolutely makes the record. Vocally, I have to give it an 8. It's just a great record overall vocally. Their vocalist does a phenomenal job. There's nothing huge to it. Like I mentioned in "I Don't Want to Be Here Anymore," he shows the tremendous emotion in his voice. He always says he has a very powerful voice for the alternative rock that he does, and it shows in their music. So I did instrumentally, vocally. I guess what I'll do is lyrically, it's a great record. I do like the lyrics, and I think I really don't think they're boring, lame lyrics. Some people might. Lyrics tend to be kind of a personal thing, but I thoroughly enjoy the lyrics on this record. I have to give them about an 8.5 out of 10. And then just to give a little boost, because I thoroughly love this record, and for some reason every time I rate an album based on vocals and lyrics and instrumentals, it always comes up short of what I would personally rank this album. Guys, I think this is about an 8.5 out of 10. I really do thoroughly enjoy this record. I put most of my favorite records usually end up ranking about 9.25 when I do a little statistical analysis with it. And this one's definitely up there with about an 8.5, 8.75 out of 10. This is a great record. Definitely go out, check out the music. Please purchase the album if you love it as much as I do, or even if you love it half as much as I do. And then I'll also leave a link to Lower Than Atlantis' Facebook page in the description so you guys can check this all out. Please check out this record, because I am so happy that I checked it out. I'm so happy. I was so tempted not to ever look at Lower Than Atlantis again after just hearing Here We Go. I figured, every band's going soft these days, so they're just going to stick with the softer part of this album. And I listened to Work For It and Dumb, and I couldn't have been more wrong. Even though Dumb isn't the heaviest song, it's just, they came out with a bang, and they absolutely nailed it with this one. So guys, check that one out, please. I'll be right back very soon with another review, and I'll see you then. Peace.